Good noon, everybody. Thank you guys so much for coming to listen to the speech of the new candidates for our student association. Now I'm gonna invite every candidate up to the stage. Let's welcome them. Please have a seat. So how we're gonna do this is they will all give their speech. You'll have 3 minutes. We'll start from Alex, and after, please try to remember their speech, because afterwards, we're gonna come around, starts from Christian, and ask them questions. And there will be a number that you guys can text your question to, or you can just raise your hand, and we'll go around and give your mics. Either way you would like, okay? Let's have a quick word of prayer, and then we just get started. Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for another beautiful day and bringing these brave, have heart of a servant to run for the positions for our next year of student association. We hope you to calm their nerves and help them to do their best. You name or pray? Amen. Alrighty. Stage is yours.
It's a good thing I'm going first, since once I put this up, they only have to put it on once. All right, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Alexander Antoine. For those of you I haven't had the opportunity of meeting yet, I'm a business major. I'm currently a junior, and I'm running for the position of financial vice president. Money can't buy happiness. However, I believe that when used the right way, in the combination with the right company, and at the right place, it can aid in creating not only feelings of happiness, but also happy memories. As financial vice president for the upcoming 2022-2023 year, my main goal is to ensure that the money you guys have paid and trusted us as your SA team is used both efficiently and faithfully for both your benefit and reward. As our other cabinet members work hard to plan and lead our student body throughout our various events, I will work towards ensuring that the financial side of things runs smoothly, reliably, and openly for your best experience as our student body, and through my best service, aiding making next year's memories unforgettable. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Andrea Cardenas and I'm running for publications. I'm well versed in the world of journalism and media writing since I'm a communications major, so I always grew up wanting to work as a journalist because writing has always been a big passion of mine. In high school, I was the editor of the school newspaper, so I know what it takes to keep things organized and be a leader as well. I know the weight and responsibility of these types of positions, so I will make sure to not let you guys down. At my time here at SWAU, I've not only learned a lot about my major, but also about myself. I know that I will do well in working for publications because it's what I've strived to do my entire life. Currently, I'm working in the marketing department, and with that comes updating the SWAU website and also releasing news presses. So my experience with marketing includes that, and as cliche as it may sound, I truly think that God led me here to SWAU, here to this position, and here to work for you guys. I want to continue the great work that was done on the roundtable, and because it truly is all about you guys. I hope that you vote for me. Thank you.
Good afternoon. For those who I haven't gotten the chance to meet and who haven't met me yet, my name is Jose Castro. Currently, I'm the MISPA editor for essay this year. For this upcoming year, I'm running as the the public relations director. I want to continue bringing new content, add more stuff to the page. The page looks wonderful, by the way, Vitor. So I just want to continue adding on to that. Some of the things that I have done, I know basic editing. I also take a lot of photos, kind of. But Yeah, honestly, I just want to be able to continue working, creating content, and have fun. Also, if you guys have any ideas, I would love to hear them of how we can end the year for the yearbook. Just a small plug there. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. My name is Abby Minette. I am running for Ministries Vice President, so I am going to be running for that. I have been in SLAD for the past few semesters, and I have really quite enjoyed it in my Sabbath school leadership position. It's been amazing, and I want to further enter into that, into ministry, and also to bring that to a different capacity as your Ministries Vice President. I'm here to provide spiritual guidance, support, encouragement, and encouragement as I lead in this capacity. I also want to provide mentorship and leading opportunities through example. I seek to create leading changes in this campus as I offer mentorship for those who are needing in support. I'm here to lead by ultimately following Jesus, who is our example. So I hope that you will be prayerful in considering me for this position, and I am humbled to have this opportunity. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Keith, for those of you guys who do not know me, and I am running for SA Vice President. Oh. All right, so you guys may be wondering, what qualifies me to run for this position? Well, in high school for 2 years, I was on SA. The last year, I was the president for SA. And I also was an arts and crafts director for 2 years at a day camp where I learned a lot of management skills and organization skills. And I also was on Senate this year with Ashlyn, and I learned a few things that the vice president does. So well, I had a lot of reasons for wanting to run for SA, but one of the biggest ones was because this university really does mean a lot to me, and I have been impacted greatly by this school, and I've been able to grow so much. And I know that there's a lot of great things that are going on so far. SA this year has done an amazing job, and I want to continue that. But I know that SWAU has so much more potential, and I want to be able to push that and be able to let SWAU fully grow. And I'm not a person who typically just sits on the sidelines. I really want to take action, so that's why I'm up here today. And if I am elected, I want to work closely with the president, the rest of the SA members, and also with my Senate team to fully push SWAU to that potential that I was talking about. I want to also encourage people, you guys, to not only see problems or improvements that can be made, but also take active steps to solve those problems. Because I believe that leaders are not only supposed to lead, they're also supposed to create other leaders. I know you who said that actually early this year, and I totally agree with that. And so if you guys see things that you guys want to fix on campus or improvements like with campus safety or with gym safety or CAF relations, things like that, I want to work with you and you to work with me to find a cohesive strategy to fix those problems. Because sometimes we all say, oh, the grass is greener on the other side. But in reality, the grass is greener wherever we water it. And I mean, if you look outside, we could use some greener grass, okay? So I could come up here and make a bunch of promises of things that I will do, but I don't want to do that because I can't keep promises that I don't know if I can actually fulfill them. What I do promise is that I will work every day to be able to help SWAU become the best that it can be. But I can't do it alone. I need each and every one of you because we truly can't have SWAU without you. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm so thankful to be here with you guys. I'm so thankful to be standing here. My name is Christian Tarbox, and I am running to be your SA president. I'm also a Theo major, and as a Theo major, I thought it was appropriate to share some of my vision that's personified and best explained with the Bible. And so I'm going to be reading out of Philippians 2, 1-4. It says, therefore, if there is any consolation in Christ, if any comfort of love, if any fellowship of the Spirit, if any affection and mercy, fulfill my joy by being like-minded, having the same love, being of one accord, of one mind. Let there nothing be done through selfish ambition or conceit, But in lowliness of mind, let each esteem each other better than himself. Let each of you look out not only for his own interests, but also for the interests of the other. This is what I have to offer to you, SWAU. A servant's heart to value you above myself and to look out for your interests in any and every way possible. A spirit of humility, knowing that I am only standing before you because God has opened every door to make this possible. There was a time when I woke up off the mattress on a floor, having had a dream where I had seen the window shut on all my hopes and dreams of ever coming to a university, of living in a dorm, of receiving a college education, of having a purpose. God had other plans. He called me to give the desires of my heart to him, to humble myself and to serve him. And in doing so, he provided to me more than I could have ever wanted or needed, and gave me a purpose that only he could provide. This is what I want for every single one of you. To realize that God has called all of you for a reason, to give you a purpose, to give you fulfillment. Do you guys not realize how amazing it is to be standing here, to be sitting here? Every single one of us, despite COVID, despite the wars abroad, despite all the challenges and difficulties that we face in our personal lives, God has made a way to bring us to this school so that we might seek him, so that when we graduate, we can help others do the same. If I'm elected as your SA president, it will be my mission to uphold our values of knowledge, faith, and service, to know what needs to be done so you are both heard and that your needs will be met with the best of my ability. To have faith in God and those around me, knowing that I am an imperfect human that cannot do this alone. And finally, to serve you in the only way that I know how, with an energy and enthusiasm that no amount of darkness or difficulty can extinguish. I am all in for Jesus, I am all in for SWAU, and I am all in for you. Thank you.
What amazing speeches. Thank you guys so much. Now it's your question and answer time. Well, I would welcome Christian back on stage.
Hello again, hello again.
So please text us at this number or just raise your hand. We'll have somebody raise to you and give you the mic. Any questions for Christian that might become your SA president for next year? Don't be easy on him. Any hands? Going once? Going twice? Or just text. We got one? Where? Oh, will Christian remain on the acrobatic team? That is an important question.
That is an important question. I have a feeling who might have asked that. But yes, it is my hope that I will remain on the acrobatics team, but also that I will also remain as a advisory chaplain on SLAD as well. But to let everyone know, being the SA president takes the full and complete priority above those other things.
Hope that answers your question. Another question, how do you plan to exceed the expectations of being the SA president? What difference would you make compared to our previous president, well, which is me?
Like to put me on the spot there, huh?
Well, tell me, how are you gonna succeed me? I'm just kidding, I'm kidding. He's gonna do great.
I know that expectations can be something that's fleeting. And to me, I'm not here to break or meet any expectations, but to do the very best that I can to exceed my own expectations. I know also President Yuhu has done a great, and the whole team out there, the whole essay that we have now has done such a great team. The things that I would improve on are continue to have a better line of communication amongst all the different organizations across the campus so that we are on one page, not having conflicting events, but also have events together so that we can have a more unified student body. I also want to bring more enthusiasm to this campus. I want people to not only want to be here, but I want those people from the outside to make SWAU their very first choice. And then for those that are already here, I want you to not even have the imagination of thinking you'd want to be anywhere else, but you want to be here, invested in SWAU. Those are the things that I would do.
Very good. Okay, another question. What is the biggest thing that you think needs to be changed on campus? And do you have any plans or events you're thinking about?
So one of the big things is for our sports and intramurals. I want to make sports a thing that we all want to go to, not necessarily for the game, but because it's going to be an event that involves the community, it involves other people there. And so what does that look like? That looks like having cheer squads. That looks like having more chants. That looks like having food trucks and vendors serving food. That looks like having different kinds of things going on outside of the actual sports venue so that when we have a game, and it's specifically games that start or end the season or against rivals, we will have a whole spirit of being a night present at the gym or whatever location we have our sports going out to.
Very good. So there is a question, considering you are, going to be a pastor. So somebody asked, how would you bring the campus closer to God?
The ways that I want to bring the campus closer is by leaning in more and creating more of a connection with SLAD. I feel like sometimes SLAD can be relegated as a club, and a lot of times it's just a place where you can go get snacks. And I feel that we can make it a place where it is meeting the spiritual needs of everyone on campus, and that looks like small groups. Having people being able to meet in small communities where they can grow and know Christ better, grow to know each other, and have a support system where they can depend on each other as fellow believers. The other thing, and the biggest thing that might seem so insignificant, is praying. It's creating a culture of prayer on campus. Because we cannot do it alone, and we've seen as we try to do it alone, it has not been as successful as we want to be. And so I believe prayer and making prayer at the forefront of what we do in all aspects will make us a more spiritual and Christ-centered and Christ-forward campus.
Awesome, thank you. Just one more question.
Of course.
So many people said questions. Thank you, guys. What will be the first thing that you do if you get elected to be the president?
The first thing I do will assess. It's not to change anything right away. It's to see what resources are available, to see who I have on my team, and to see what my weaknesses are, and to bring in people who are going to strengthen them, and to make it so that whenever we take that first step next year, we will be taking it in strength, with purpose, and direction. I know it can sound vague, but I don't want to, just like Keith, I don't want to make any promises that I can't keep, but communication of what we will do will be paramount to what we accomplish. And so making sure that we have a clear scope of what's going on around us and what the campus actually needs is going to be one of the first things that I do as president.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now we have Keith. Please start sending questions to Keith. Great job, Keith. Keith, first of all, why don't you tell us a little bit of what you did as a senator this year?
Well, this year as a senator, my semester project was the cafeteria for the first semester, and so I helped with the town hall that we had. I actually reached out to a few of you guys asking different questions to seeing different things that you guys want to see and improvements with the cafeteria. It's a much longer process than you may think. So there wasn't a lot of changes, but it's still an ongoing process that I still hope to continue on with next year if I'm elected. And also I just kind of try to see who needed some help wherever I was needed. So that's kind of what I did on Senate this year.
Awesome. So there is a question for you also about Senate, but now is that if you become the vice president, what's your plans for your Senate team?
So I've actually been thinking about this a lot. So I'm depending on how many senators I can have. I definitely want to everyone will get a semester project. That's something that all senators do. But I want to make sure that also give them some options to see, like, hey, here's some options for you guys to do. And so I'll be having someone, my parliamentarian, kind of be keeping up with them, saying, hey, like, how's this going? Where's, how do you guys need help? I'll be assisting them in any way I can. And I also will be doing some projects on my own and try to get them to help me as well. But honestly, with Senate, I really want whoever's on that, I want them to be able to see their vision through and say, hey, I want to fix this. And I want them, hey, I support you 100%, and I'm backing you, I'm with you, I help you with whatever you need, because I don't want it to be stressful. You know, I don't want this to be like, oh, it's a full-time job here, you know? But I definitely want to just allow people to see a change and say, I want to make this change, and I want to give them that platform and give them the guidance to be able to make that change possible, so.
Awesome. Very good, very good. So there is a tough question. Are you ready for this? So, honestly, I don't even know how to answer this, but how do you, that's why I'm asking you, right? How would you consider to amplifying the voices of student members of the LGBTQ community?
Wow, okay.
If it's hard, it's hard.
Okay, so for me personally, I think that everybody deserves to have a safe place. And I think that no matter what anybody believes or what everyone may think about certain things, I think everyone deserves to have a safe place to come. And so I think that for the LGBT plus community, they should definitely feel safe. There should not be anything that they shouldn't feel judged or ridiculed for their beliefs, because that we all are humans, and God calls us to love, not judge. You know, so I definitely want to be able to create a safe place for everybody, and so that no one feels that they don't have a place here at SWAU.
That's awesome. Perfect answer right there. I'm gonna mount it on the wall. Okay, so last question. What do you plan to assist if Christian becomes the president or anybody became the president? How would you assist them as vice president?
So aside from the different projects that I will be doing as vice president, I definitely want to be very available to all of my team with any help they need, especially with the social vice president, with helping with planning events, with Christian, with anything that he needs. I want to be able to have time to be available to each of my members on the SA team and help as much as I can, be as involved as possible. I can't. I know I have things that may conflict with certain things, but I definitely want to put this as SA my top priority. And so I probably can't do everything, but I want to be as available as I can to everybody, and just be that support system for the rest of the team. So,
thank you so much. Well, last thing, people just want you to remain dressed best, the best dressed VP, okay? If you get the position, please keep everybody happy, okay? Inspire us. Thank you so much. All righty, Abby. We shouldn't be not familiar with Abby's face here. Always involved if you ever come to any worship events. If you don't know her, it's on you. So for Abby, How do you plan on creating a welcome space for students who aren't Adventists on campus?
Right. I think that's a very good question, and I think
Very good
sometimes we have this mentality that Adventists are somehow better than others, and I want to really break that down and create community. And so I want to have open spaces where we're able to have questions, maybe even like some Vespers sometime, or small groups where we're able to kind of address certain questions that people might have. And they're not going to be judged, or there's safe places to ask questions or even say opinions that might not be so they might not have to be Adventists to join those kind of discussions.
Right. Are there any specific event you have in mind yet?
Not yet, but I am definitely thinking about it, and it's something I've definitely been thinking about. So
Awesome. Okay, so a lot of us know that you've been on SLAD for a long time. Okay, so how could you what's some plans that you've been working on there, and then you're going to combine now you're with essay. What's different than what you were doing with SLAD?
Right. So I am currently the Sabbath School coordinator for SLAD, and I've been on the Sabbath School committee. So any of you guys who've been to Sabbath School, you know that I just kind of help lead out Sabbath School, help facilitate a team who leads Sabbath School. And so something that I think I'm going to be kind of, obviously it's a different role I'm stepping into now, or that I will have the opportunity to step into. But the different things that I will be also involving is mentorship for others, because I've been able on my team to mentor others for leadership positions themselves, and to also learn how to have their own ministry. And that's something I really want to emphasize for every single person in this in these seats right here. You guys have the potential to create your own ministry, and it does not have to be confined to what SLAD does or anything like that. And I want to be able to be a voice for your guys' ministries individually.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, Abby, time for tough questions, okay? This is a thing that every single year, it's like my nightmares always following me around, okay? So, Abby, how will you address the worship credit system?
Worship credit system. That's a really good question. I think I would like to take an inventory of what people's thoughts are about this worship credit situation, and what you guys think would be good solutions for the problem, or what you guys consider it to be, what you guys think will be a good solution, and then kind of from that deduce what a good answer would be.
Very good. Very good. Everybody satisfied? If not, you can talk to Abby more after she get elected. Okay, this is probably going to be the last question. What is the most important quality as a leader or as a mentor to you?
Humility and vulnerability. I think humility is super important because a teachable spirit is one who can also learn from others, and a leader is not below somebody that they're leading, and I think that's a very important thing. And also vulnerability, because if we are, as leaders, acting like we're somehow tougher than you guys, or somehow better, we're not going to have struggles, then it's going to put us at a very difficult position. I think that leading through showing vulnerability is very important to show others that it's also safe to be real themselves. So,
totally agree. Totally agree. I love that. Thank you so much, Abby, for your amazing answers. Thanks for great questions. All right, Jose. Oh, Jose, you didn't think this day would come, huh? Okay. You've been working with me this year.
Yeah.
You were the mitzvah editor.
Yeah.
What made you want to come back as a PR?
There's actually two main reasons. The first one was my beloved friend here, Keene, asked me to come back. Also, I feel like I've gained a little bit of experience, and seeing the team, I really want to just bring what we did this year to the next year. There's a lot of things that we have done, and that's what I want to bring to the table.
Awesome. So your position as PR, and then some people probably know this, we created a new position. Instead of status, it became publication director. What's the difference?
So basically, PR is everything that is coming out to the students, while publications is everything that is coming from the students. So for example, there's newsletters, articles, there's blogs, there is different kind of stuff. This thing is working, and I don't think I can talk about that. But that's pretty much what publications is. PR, on the other hand, is everything that is going out. For example, the poster that was made for Mimosa, or the video, Or things like, let's promote, there's going to be skating or roller skating or every single other event. That is what PR does.
Very good. Does Vitor agree? I'm just kidding. Thank you. So how will you balance your student and personal life with the responsibility to, always posting? How do you balance that?
Always posting. I feel like it needs a schedule. Coming into this year, I felt like I had no schedule. I felt like I've gained a little bit of self-awareness of what am I supposed to do, how much time I'm supposed to dedicate for this. As I learn more, as I try new different things, I began to see that I need to set a specific time for doing certain things. And basically that's for everything that we do in our lives. Set up a time for work, for homework, for just have fun, personal time.
Right.
Also sleeping, because sleeping is very important.
Very important.
And yeah, everything is about a schedule, organizing, working for that.
Awesome. It's always good to have a leader who like to learn, right? Reflect on themselves. So will you stop being a photographer?
Why are you going to ask that question? Who asked that question?
Stand up right now.
It would be more reduced, probably, given that I have to create more content and be working more towards that. But I still love taking photos. I love capturing every single moment that you guys do. So yeah, let's just keep it as lower but not gone.
Oh, good. So as we all know, there is some new stuff that we added with essay this year, and we try to do a great job with our essay page. What is your plans?
My plans?
If you become the PR.
Well, one of them is trying to work with Vitor himself to try and bring some ideas that maybe he left aside and try bringing them here, as well as working with the rest of you guys to try to figure out new things that we could do. Honestly, just this morning I was thinking, we haven't really having any takeovers Tuesdays or anything like that. So maybe that's one of the ideas we can do next semester, or things of that matter.
Sweet. Thank you so much. Time is up. Andrea. Whoa. Oh, hold on. So Andrea, you're running for publication, which is replacement of Sing's position. So this position is kind of new, right? Why do you think you can do this job?
I love writing, I love reading, and I think everyone should do a bit of more of both. And I've worked with news and high school, so I'm really well versed in everything journalism, everything writing. So that's why I think I'd be great for this position.
Awesome. So people are asking, what can you bring to the round table this year? Any plans in mind?
I want to definitely include more student stories. Sing partnered with one of my media writing class, so I wrote a couple of stories for Roundtable as well, and I want to continue that and just make sure that those classes can write more stories and be more heavily involved with Roundtable.
That's awesome. I actually remember that. I remember you following me around and trying to ask me, interview me. So yeah, I can't prove it. So do you know that Mitzvah editor is under your leadership?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you got any ideas for Mitzvah in the future? How would you balance that with your Mitzvah editor?
I think just combining things a lot and just having some inspo from Sing, just seeing what he did and getting inspiration from him, so yeah.
Okay. Very good, very good. Sing has set up a really great systems for you guys to continue the work, so it wouldn't be too hard, right? We can trust her. Good storytelling. Okay, thank you so much for your time. Oh, sorry, can you come back again? Sorry. This is a good question, I totally forgot about our amazing podcast, and somebody reminded me of that.
Oh.
Will you emphasize the Roundtable podcast advertisement if you get the position?
Yeah, 100%. I was just on the podcast last week, so I want more people to want to participate in that as well, so definitely, yeah.
So this year, I know it's super new. We started the podcast, right? And then do you have, if you get on the position, is there anything, are you going to pivot? What's going to be your style? Who you wanted to invite on the podcast? How do you want to keep it going?
I think I want to do it like more, not necessarily, I like the conversation style that was going on, but maybe more like direct questions or like something specific to like the genres, like maybe majors or maybe different interests, like something that is for everyone. So yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Alrighty, now we can move on. Alex! You nervous? You nervous? No.
Not really.
You know, actually, Alex was my Senate when I was. Yeah. Good memories. When I was vice president my sophomore year. Yeah, it was good times. He did, you know the TVs that's in the cafeteria? He worked on it. Yes. Okay, so question for you, Alex. How do you plan to advocate for more financial aid opportunities for students in very limited economic situations who are non-citizens, residents, or international students?
That's a very good question, but I believe it's not connected to my department and my responsibilities. As SA Financial Vice President, I'm kind of responsible of managing the money that SA has. Make sure that we have enough money for each of the activities that we have planned, and especially for the big activities such as Mimosa. You know, ensuring that we're allocating enough money to each event that we have a great event, but not too much that we run out by the end of the year. And so my area of concerning what I have to administer is more concerned to the SA financial team. I believe that's a question for the financial office of the school as a whole.
Smart. That's exactly the true answer. Yeah, so that is a question, very good question to talk to our school's financial administration. So how do you plan on executing transparency with the student body?
Well, whenever it comes to anything that has to do with money, and especially other people's money, I believe it's very important to trust the person that's managing your money and the one doing all the transaction and having all that power and control. And so that's one of my main objectives this year, is to be fully honest, fully structured, keep up with my work, keep up with every transaction that's going on, be transparent with my team and with the school as well, you know, on every single transaction that's going on, and ensuring that we are always clear on how much money we have, how much money we have left, which is the same thing, but how much money we have into each activity, how much the budget available, where the money's going, and keep an open account, open at any moment for any of my team members who's seeking financial questions on everything that I'm doing.
Okay, we satisfied with that answer? If not, talk to him after. Okay, this is the last question. How did you get so tall? What did you eat?
I believe it may have a bit to do with genetics.
Okay.
But
so
I also,
just jealous. You don't have the gene, guys.
I also eat a banana for almost every meal, so that may have something to do with it.
You're what?
Banana.
You eat a lot of bananas.
A lot of
okay,
bananas,
take notes,
yes.
take notes. Okay, very good. I have a question for you. So why you come back running for SA now? You were Senate 2 years ago, but quiet for a year, another year, and then now you're back. Why?
That's a matter of fact. I was about to run for financial vice president last year. There's a few people that I asked to sign the sheet. But I don't know, I kind of, at the moment I was busy with a lot of stuff in my current career. And so as of right now, this year, I have a lot more time that I can invest into serving the school and providing some sort of impact to the school body.
Awesome. That's awesome. Well, can't wait. Thank you so much. I'm glad you ran. Okay, that's all for the question and answer part. Thank you guys so much for amazing questions, and I hope they did a great job answering your questions as well. So you might be wondering what happens to social VP. They're important. It's not that they're important, but nobody's running. Well, so if you are still kind of thinking about it and you kind of don't want to give the speech, here's your second chance. We really need a social VP, because otherwise, I don't know if they can do anything better than we did this year. Right, Jaylee? So if you're interested at all, please do another application. Just submit it to me or Dean Tay to the student service, and the elected team and the current essay will vote it together to see who to be the, so you wouldn't give a speech. Look at that. You just apply and then we'll vote on it, okay? And then the last thing, how you vote. You will check your email. We'll send, like, by the end of today, they'll send it out. And you'll have time until this Thursday to finish voting, okay? So you will vote yes or no. One person, one time. Thank you guys so much. If you guys have any more questions, just let us know. So by next Thursday, we'll know who's our new essay officers. Thank you guys so much. You guys may. Thank you guys so much. I think we may be dismissed.